What up, fools? It's your guy, Smoke Guy, Dark Cloud Fab, Custom Motorcycle Shop, Albany Park, Chicago. We're back at you. Failure technique this week. We made an announcement, I think last Friday. We're going to have a booth at Mama Tried, so come check us out. So everything that's February 21st, I think, and 22nd. Don't quote me on that, but that weekend, Milwaukee Rave Eagles Club, big show. You know, they do it every year. It's big timers, a lot of big timers. So we're gonna be there, hawking our wares. You know, we got custom handlebars, sissy bars. Gonna bring the Faro chopper in whatever condition it's in, probably bare metal. Hopefully it'll be all together. Maybe I can fire it up before I get there. And we got a Rebel that we did a hardtail to, so that'll probably come as well. Just kind of show custom hardtails. Probably gonna have a kit for those. This one's particularly stretched, 2 inches, and got custom front ends on both bikes. So yeah, we do all that stuff, all that custom stuff, and hopefully people will be interested in it. And you know, if you want something one off, I'm kind of your guy to go to. You know, if you got a wild ass idea, also my kind of thing. You know, I get a lot of like drawings and whatnot, and just ideas in people's brains, and I try to bring it to life. So I really like doing that. So that's my jam. So check us out, Mama Tried. So everything, I've probably content-wise from here until then, unless I'm, you know, doing orders for whatever. But from here until that, till February, whatever, 21st, it's going to be our journey towards Mama Tried. So failure technique this week, we're doing the hardtail for the Rebel. 86 Honda Rebel. Got gifted the frame. Decided it's good platform to do a hardtail with. So like I said, it's stretched a couple inches, so definitely a unique setup. We're pretty much at, you know, tacking everything together, so got everything bent and whatnot. So you'll see the process right now. Yeah. Here I go. I'm turning some fake bearing cups because I made a little makeshift frame jig when I did the Harley frame repair, but now I kind of want to make it a little bit more, you know, stable, a little bit more professional. It's not all the way there, but yeah. So I did turned some bearing cups, made like a fake steering stem because hardtail first, then front end. So got a stand for the rear axle in the back, obviously, and then a stand set up where I want the neck to be. So what I had to do was cut, I don't even remember what size that was, 1.25 inches maybe. It was like a fake steering stem. Then I run a rod through it with like a bolt attached and throw some fake bearing cups that I turned that just drop right in there. So you know, here's me welding everything up, and that, you know, like that rod that goes through will bolt up to the stand. So everything will be exactly where it needs to be, and it's all locked down and, you know, where we need it. So I was making that whole setup as well as the rear axle. Like I just made a mock-up rear axle. I knew I was gonna eventually go to just throw the rear wheel on there because I wanted to use the Rebel axle. You know, I can make custom axles, but I figured if I wanted to make, you know, something that someone could buy, I'd rather make it where they can just use most of the parts that they got. So that's kind of what I went with. So that was it. All right, working on the Rebel hardtail. Gonna make a kit for it. You know, working on the jig setup. Got a little fake steering stem. turn some fake bearing cups, mock-up axle, and this will go through the stem and hold it all together. So that's what we're doing today. All right, Hardtail Honda Rebel 86, 1986 Honda Rebel. We're doing a hardtail. We're going to make a kit. I already got the down tubes and the whatever tubes already made, already bent. So we got slugs, tubes. What I did was stupid, was I cut the down tube because I was going to make a new down tube. But why did I do that when I would have to make all these engine mounts, or at least cut them off and redo them to the engine mount? So we're not doing that. So I'm stupid. I cut it. So I made a slug. I'm going to put it in there. We're going to drill holes, weld that slug in, throw that thing back on how it was. So, moron. What are you going to do? Do stupid stuff, fix it. That's how we do it here. It's our Cloud Fab. Yeah. All right, now I got the tubes all bent up. Heater again. Tubes all bent up. And I'm cleaning them up. And then, standard procedure is drill some holes. And I usually go with like a 1/4-inch hole near the edge of the tubes. Throw a solid rod that fits into the frame section and your new tube section. That just that's long enough where it maybe an inch goes into the frame, the original frame, and then an inch goes into the new tube. So, it slides right in, and then you rosette weld those little plug holes that I drilled out. So that's basically what I was doing there, drilling all the plug holes. Now I'm working on fitting it up, and it was kind of a bear. So there's me welding in, rosette welding I think probably the rod into the frame section, and then I'm still messing with getting the bottom tubes where they need to be. Getting the bends right was kind of tough, but we made it happen. I actually made some axle plates. The angles to where the tubes were going didn't work out, so I actually remade them. And actually like the second version better anyway, so. All right, Rebel Hardtail. We got the bottom tubes figured out. But we're going to have to redo these axle plates because the top tube needs to be there and not way up there. So I'm going to do it all again. Fabrication. Do it 5,000 times to get it right. Yeah. All right, here we go. This is as far as we got. It's got rear axle plates, the new ones with the correct angles in them. And we got all the bars tacked up, So it's, like I said, you got the solid rod inside each joint, rosette weld, all the holes, and that's it for now, It's a good starting point. I got to put some cross members in. Probably going to try to make a fender. I don't, it's a Rebel, so it's a parallel 4, so no oil bag or anything like that. And like I said, I was going to do a front end, and I'll probably do a tank. I already have some bars for it. I got some rabbit ears that I think will fit nice with that bike. So that's kind of the direction we're going. So come check us out. See it at Mama Tried. It should be there. I'm in, fab form. That's kind of what the booth is. I'm a fabricator, so nothing's, finished and painted. And, this is what I do. I do the fab work. I also eventually paint bikes and, my bikes or show bikes, but this is kind of showing off what we do on a daily basis. A lot of guys come to me, like I said, with wild ideas, things in their head, even maybe drawings of things that they can't find. I just did some Flanders bars for a guy with the 45 knuckle, or no, flathead, 45 flathead, and he was pumped, man. It was a Flanders, it was a number 0. I don't know. He just sent me a number 11, so I'm not sure how many Flanders bars there are. I'd have to do some research, but they're definitely cool. It's got that old pullback style to them, but kind of a pain in the ass to get the bends right. But we did it. So he just sent me the diagrams, so we made it from there, and he was happy with it. So things like that, hit your boy up. So till next time, failure technique. Dark Cloud Fab. Peace.